And happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. Woo-wee! Today is for some people, today is a glorious Taco Tuesday. For some people, today is a hellish Taco Tuesday out there. Okay, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. If you enjoy this, completely free, please smash the like button. We are on a journey on this channel, which I'm very much enjoying. We ended up picking up a new subscriber as well. Welcome to the Mosh Pit family of, random stuff and rather a big tech fearful market right now. It is very clear that big tech is in a massive fearful driven market. Yesterday we saw a massive green day on the chips, chip techs, including SoFi as well too. Today we're actually getting somewhat of not a pullback, but we are getting a reversal on a lot of these stocks, and it's showing, oh man, the more and more that I see red, Nvidia, the leader in the AI chip, is getting hammered. We got Bitcoin, which is holding a little bit, but still red. SPY and QQQ, I'm kind of really ignoring. But, yeah, I mean, overall right now, it's a very different feeling than it was yesterday. Right off the bat, we did get an economical report. I thought, honestly, we were getting CPI today for some reason. Maybe I was mistaken. But today was PPI. Maybe I read this completely wrong yesterday, but we got PPI today. PPI is another indicator that the Federal Reserve does check for inflation. So it did come in lower than forecasts, expectations, which is very bullish. The probability of a rate cut for December has actually gone up now, which is very, very good. So I mean, you know, it's good. We're more than likely going to be getting a rate cut, but why is that maybe good and maybe bad? Because our labor market is really taking a hit still, and the more people think about it, they're like, okay, well, the Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates because there is a problem. So the market wants negative data, but now it appears that the market is looking at negative data and kind of really saying, wait a second, does negative data mean that we're kind of be going into a bad, like, recession temporarily? My honest opinion on it is very simple. I'm not a financial advisor, but if I had to really see into the future, hypothetically, if we do fall into a recession type area, we got the Federal Reserve behind us. They can massively cut interest rates like that. You have a president. The guy does have an ego. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. We all have egos, but our president does have an ego, and midterms are coming up next year. There is no way in hell that he is going to let the stock market, something that he watches and something that he has said before, measures the success of a president. So if the stock market crashes, it can be an indicator that the president sucks, is what he has pretty much stated. If our GDP, or rather recession indicators, start going off like crazy, the guy is going to be doing every single thing, fighting tooth and nail, which for me as a investor makes me feel confident. Now, what we're seeing right now, SoFi is really not experiencing this too much. They're actually holding a lot of their gains from yesterday. SoFi is really interest rate sensitive. We're more than likely going to be getting an interest rate cut this December. So therefore, it's going to benefit SoFi. What about Palantir? Palantir is just really right now fearful for a lot of people. And we're really seeing a reversal from yesterday pretty much. I could be completely wrong. Maybe tomorrow we pretty much rally and we start a V-shaped recovery. But overall, people look at Palantir that are up massively and they're like, I just want to get out. I just want to sell. I just want to be done. I truly just want to get out and just move on. And it's understandable. Robinhood, same exact thing, similar to Palantir. You would think Robinhood maybe would be a little bit more green, but Robinhood kind of pretty much follows a bullish trend, because if the economy is in a bullish upward momentum, Robinhood is going to propel revenue growth. They make revenue growth by people's transactions on Robinhood platform, etc., etc. AMD, massive hit. Massive hit. I do want to talk about AMD for the most of this video. Meta has been massively hit. Not a shell shocker. They're doing a reversal here. Amazon, basically pretty much every single thing. I'm probably going to kind of sway away from Amazon. I'm not holding Amazon shares right now. Nvidia, you would think that they would be after their earnings. Their earnings were amazing. Not the case. People have a lot of fears in the AI market. People have a lot of fears with the chips. Bitcoin, though, is kind of really holding. Kind of really staying away from the $80,000 range, but it will be nice if we can actually see a solid bottom being formed here. But I mean, as for these stocks, it kind of really looks like a potential bottom might be forming. AMD, I'm a raging AMD bull, just like a raging SoFi bull. I own a lot of SoFi here. And it very well could be that, we just experience lower levels on AMD. Which, if we do, well, that's going to be tremendous buying opportunities, in my opinion. If you definitely disagree with me, I mean, hey, that's completely fine. Right now, I'm really riding and really banking on the more so on the big tech, I want to say, correction than really anything. Because that is primarily what we're pretty much kind of like in a way, is just a big tech like correction. Now going to my public profile here, I am doing a public profile challenge. If you did not see the previous couple videos of mine, ended up starting with I ended up putting about $25,000 into this account. This account is my Webull account. My main profile is Robinhood. It's kind of really humorous because the whole reason I got into SoFi last year is because I pretty much said to myself, well, I kind of really want to do the opposite of investing into a company of what I do not own. I actually don't use any of SoFi's products, but I really should, because their checkings and savings does offer actually some pretty good benefits. But anyways, for this public profile, I have $9,800 left to pretty much deploy. And SoFi, I was pretty much buying on Liberation Day low. I actually did buy 500 shares here a couple days ago, or rather I should say last week. I did average up. Palantir, I need to be more aggressive in buying because I would like to fill this to a $4,500 position. Robinhood, I'd like to fill it to a $4,000 position. AMD, I actually did pick up more shares today. Meta, I got a full-size position here. I'm actually really happy because I feel I kind of pretty much bought the low on Meta. The bottom, pretty much. Really glad with that purchase. An honest company, I'm basically just holding as a risk play. You can argue my entire profile is pretty much risk on. I beg to differ because these stocks are really, really beaten down from their all-time highs. So today, I ended up buying an AMD share here, little after market open. Bought one share of AMD, one share of Palantir. Robinhood, bought one share of Robinhood, market open, one share pre-market. Palantir, also pre-market. So yeah, that's all the shares I pretty much bought so far today. However, on my my private profile, I have a massive AMD position over there, and I actually ended up buying some more shares. I actually just averaged up on my Robinhood account. Why would I be doing that? Get to that momentarily. So the last time I actually bought AMD shares on my Robinhood account was actually Liberation Day low. The vast majority of shares that I own on my Robinhood account is actually anywhere between $100 to about $120. And now I just bought shares, $1,000 worth of shares at $200. Why would I do this? Because AMD, in my opinion, is going to see a substantial amount of revenue growth increase, like near NVIDIA growth rate years ago. No, I do not believe AMD is going to surpass NVIDIA. That's unrealistical in my opinion. But we don't need to surpass NVIDIA. AMD, their market cap, I gotta actually pull this up here. AMD's market cap, where are you at, AMD? Let's go. AMD's market cap right now is $349.91 billion. Let's call it $350 billion, okay? NVIDIA's market cap right now, they're falling off a cliff, so the market cap is going down a little bit. Their market cap is $4.23 trillion. We do not need AMD to surpass NVIDIA. All we need AMD to do is to really get to $1 trillion market cap. Is that possible? Yeah, that is very possible. That is extremely possible. AMD's growth rates are going to be accelerating. Their EPS is going to go bananas, and a flip is going to end up happening probably in the second half of 2026. In the second half of 2026, we're going to be seeing a massive flip and a massive growth on AMD that we have never seen before. They have positioned, Lisa Su is a baller, and she has positioned this company to set up to be a giant in the chip sector. Not to mention, a lot of people, believe it or not, do not like how there's only really one leading company such as NVIDIA. A lot of people psychologically just do not like living in a monopoly state. Imagine for a second if Verizon never launched and the only cell phone company out there was AT&T. Well, the entire cell phone industry would be a monopoly. You would have one company controlling everything and they would dictate the price. You have other companies out there that can offer, if not maybe better chips for cheaper prices or maybe more expensive prices because they're premiums like AMD. Companies are going to go with their chips. So we do not need AMD to surpass NVIDIA. We just need AMD to do what they're going to do, and this company is going to see financial levels. Their stock price could very well be $600, $700, $800 in the next course of 3-5 years. I'm holding a massive position on SoFi on my main profile. Over 1,600 worth of shares, nearly a $50,000 position, because I'm holding SoFi for the next decade. Because Anthony Noto has said that they want to take SoFi to $1 trillion company. So therefore, AMD, the reason that I just averaged up when I own a tremendous amount of shares of AMD is because why not? And that's my philosophy, and that's what I'm doing. $1,000 in AMD right now, and the next 3 to 5 years could very well be $3 to maybe $5,000. Can AMD be a $1 trillion company in this day and age? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Of what they're selling? Oh, no doubt. So I feel comfortable averaging up on AMD, and I'm actually looking at it here too on my main profile, because the way that I really see it is that if everything plays out the way that I really see it playing out here and stuff, I could very well be left over with probably about maybe like $5,000-ish of cash in this account. Now, if we experience a massive downfall in this market, I might pick up some options on SPY, do some long-term options, especially if SPY corrects to maybe like 10% here. Because right now on SPY, we're basically pretty much seeing what looks like a V-shaped recovery. But I mean, hypothetically, this is a fake out, and we do trail. I mean, give me a break. If we do see a 10% correction, that is such a buy the dip opportunity. It's not even funny. At that point, I would be buying calls, long-term calls on SPY, and it would be a tremendous amount of easy profits, in my opinion. On SPY, we're really not seeing like this so far. It could be it could be a false out. It could be a false break, but it really shows that the chip sector is just so damn fearful right now. Like, the amount of fear in the chip sector is unbelievable. Okay, so to really wrap up this video here, what I'm really getting to and alluding to is that if I have money left over in this public account, I might just really throw the rest of it into AMD. And the reason being is because, once again, why not? If you truly believe in something, and if you see the vision of something, taking it and acting it could very well make you life-changing money. Always do your due diligence. I've done my due diligence around AMD. If anything, I honestly really think AMD might be a safer play than SoFi. I hate saying that. But it very well may be a better option to really, for me, to really get into. And I got to really think about it for a little bit here, but that's really my game plan with this account. Just really got to see if this really is a true, like, V-shaped recovery to the upside. But as for the big tech, we're not really somewhat seeing it in the chip sector. The chip sector is really kind of saying the opposite in a way. The opposite is kind of really saying, hey, like, people are taking profits and people are kind of really fearful. So we got to really see what happens next week. This week, in my opinion, is a wash. We got Thanksgiving. Early happy Thanksgiving to anyone who celebrates it. And then on the flip side, also, we got shorter week, which means shorter volume. It's a holiday week overall. Typically during a holiday week, you always get like just really not a lot of volume coming into the stock market. So you got to really factor that in as well. Otherwise, my few new subscribers, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video brought you value. If it did, remember to smash the like button and please subscribe for future content. I will definitely keep you all notified of what I'm doing, especially with this account, this journey, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. All right, everyone, have a great day and enjoy Taco Tuesday.